tanto...
Greetings.
Ah sì, può parlare.
Feed the pigs, weed the beds, fix the roof, stitch my clothes. I don't have no time for chat.
Non volevi parlare. Non parla. Va bene.
Let me be, sir. I don't have anything to say.
There ain't nothing to see here, sir. Unless you've got a thing for chickens. Huh? But the prettiest chick ain't here. She's beyond the upper gate in the fortress.
I'm sorry.
Hey, sir, got a moment? I'm going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
Aye. Dead wood for kindling. You can never have enough of that. The nights can be cold, can't they? Very wise.
Ma dove ci porta?
Hey, sir, hear me out, please.
All right. I'm all ears.
It's a good thing you're here, sir. You ain't local, are you? I've never seen you or the other gent who came with you.
That's right. We're not from round here. We came to see Sir Yaramir on Lord von Bergov's business.
That's just it. I ain't seen Sir Yaromir in ages. Them new men-at-arms are in charge now. They told us they're Sir Yaromir's friends guarding the fortress against the bandits in these parts. But there aren't half a lot of them, sir. Day and night they come and go. And there never was that many men-at-arms here, long as I can remember. Oh, shit. I think some guards are coming this way. They mustn't see me, otherwise I'll be for it. Mark my words, sir. Something ain't right here.
ci riesco ancora a farlo bene. Sono solo poi 4, me ne servono di più.
Let me be, sir. I don't have anything to say. God bless.
I wouldn't want to waste your time, sir.
Hey!
Can we sort this out?
Cosa ho fatto? Solo avevo mangiato un attimo.
Involved.
Oh, call the guards!
Oh sì.
Well, what's it going to be?
Are you deaf? I really will call the guards.
Give up, you ne'er-do-well.
Sì, ma non tutte e
What are
due.
you glaring at? I said, come and sort this out, or I'll call the guards.
Sì, io...
I'm not gonna say it again.
Why are you eating our food, eh? You'll pay up for what you ate.
Allora, vediamo un attimo.
I apologize, but that food smelled so good. I'll gladly pay you for...
My, put those gross. But next time.
Christ, what now? I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you.
Immagini non solo 4, ora si possono trovare le tre mantelli.
What do you...
Lovely horses.
Aye. Right.
There must be more of them than men in the fortress.
That's right. Sir,
What stroke of luck was that?
look, this is Noble's business.
So there is something dodgy about...
Bollocks! It's all above board. Why not do something for your own lord's honour instead of... We sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your...
I spent enough time in the saddle on the way here. What's more, in case you hadn't noticed, we're knights. And knights use their horses for travelling or riding into battle. So if you don't want to be on the wrong end of the latter, you better come clean about those horses.
I don't know. Judging by the looks of you, I reckon you're more used to travelling on two legs. But I'd be happy to be proved wrong, if Sir Knight ain't afraid of our little race.
I want to hear about... Don't try that. I'm the retainer.
A retainer should know, and if his
I want to hear...
and I want to...
I've ridden more horses than you've had main courses. I've no rival with the reins. A healthy horse...
But I'm no slack. Yes, if you don't, you look like you're...
I want to hear about...
and I want to...
What does that Pelzer eat? His breath stinks.
Ma se riesco a stordirlo. Non riesco a capire perché non mi fa questo stordire. Porca vacca, bisogna capire come fare a...
The race at the mill, you'll be taking on Hurtle. He's our best horse. None of us can beat him. But if you manage to, fuck it. I'll give...
That's fair.
Great. I'll call Hurtle and you...
Come è scomodo guidare.
Quick. Quick. Keep it up. Whoa.
Oh, sono caduto. Pensa che schifezza però.
Faster. Faster. Quick.
Oh,
Quick.
schifo guidare.
Quick.
Scomodo. Schifezza.
Bad luck. Well, you gave it a go, but I reckon you could beat him. If you want another try, getting away from his guard duty for a race,
I want to hear about the race. Was nice.
well, if you won't take no for an answer, well, lucky for him, but not. We came across a bunch of them bandits who prey on folk here. A couple of our lads didn't make it. God rest their souls. But we kicked their asses, and we took their horses. They had loads of them. Who knows where they got them, but that's by the by now.
Hold on. Michael said something different. He said Sir Yaramir inherited them from some deceased relatives.
We took some horses from the bandits, and Sir Jerome, Yaramir, got the others from his kin. Aye, that's how it was.
Right. I see. Take good care of those horses, then.
I will. And if you don't have a sore ass from the saddle, we can have another round. Getting away from his guard duty and having a race would make Hurtle's day.
Allora, qua faccio cagare i cavalli. Vediamo se col duello andrà meglio. Quelle cose che dobbiamo liberarci. Sì, ci sono un bel po' di oggetti che qui dobbiamo liberarci. Non che che sono andati a mare.
God bless.
Let's do it.
Ha! We've got some... We don't want to...
That's sensible.
We'll do it in a little...
Some sort
A choice. Give me a moment.
I hope nobody gets badly.
Glory to the House of God!
Porca vacca!
Let's fight.
Dov'è? Farli.
God be with you, my friend.
Good day.
Greetings. I watched your duel against. Don't take your defeat to heart. Michael's pretty,
Aye.
but they usually get.
I did my best. He knocked me about.
That's what I'm here.
Surely won't be.
Don't worry. Well, I've done.
Aye.
Oh,
My sword is at your service, miss.
blimey. No one's ever said anything like that to me before. But it's not your sword, I mean.
My legs.
I have to go and get fresh herbs for our sick folks. It's not far, but I'll be great. And if you tell.
I will be only too happy to escort such a comely maid.
Comely. If I don't get back soon, shall we go? Fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights, or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
All right then. Some time ago, my native region, far from here, was plagued by a gang of bandits. I tracked them, and it wasn't easy, until I found their secret stronghold in an abandoned village. My lord's retinue, me included, went at them. It was a terrible battle. Our enemies were humans, and they fought like demons. A lot of blood was shed, but we were victorious.
You really are at arms. At least I have nothing to fear when I'm with you. Tell me more, please.
Once, I was on the trail But the sly fox hid in the cloisters of Sasau Monastery, so I had to become a novice to track him down.
Good heavens! Actually a monk.
No, I entered the monastery under a false name, so I'd say I'm not a real monk.
That's good to know. Thank you for telling me your stories. It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads and bruised like last time. But I have other talents too.
Una cosa. Spada militare, questa serve da sistemare.
This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor. Out, I was dawdling.
Does Sir Yaramir treat you badly?
Not at all. But strict still. Now you're here, you can help me with those herbs.
For dawdling?
Maybe I'll tell you some...
Sure. I'll be glad to.
I need marigold, a lot of it ideally. Then poppy and some sage. It all...
All right.
Thank you.
Here you go. Take it. I've got everything.
Wonderful.
You promised you'd tell me something.
I will. Hurry.
Now tell me what's so important that you couldn't tell me back there in the glade.
I wanted to give you a riddle.
A riddle? Why?
You'll know soon enough. Now listen. I bloom in grace, a delicate charm in a hidden place, a whispered scent, a subtle. What am I, elusive and coy? Solve this riddle.
The only petal I see here is called Clara.
And now for your reward. I hope they didn't hear us in the fortress. Oh, if you're as good as that on the battlefield, may God have mercy on your enemies.
I'm not so considerate on the battlefield, because as a true knight, I must do everything I can for a... What do you mean?
Well, I can grind the seeds and the like.
Should we stay a while?
No, up you go. Pass me my clothes.
Sure.
Farewell for now,
Shouldn't
Henry.
keep her hands
And-
waiting so long.
Oh, you're...
Vediamo se siamo vestiti.
Help. Thanks for the herbs. And the rest.
Come here!
Ma porca!
Whoa, whoa!
lines, Master, eh?
Quick!
Oh, che palle quando fa così, però.
Quick!
Perché cosa bisogna fare qua adesso? Esplora la fortezza opzionale, incontro a Toschi.
Well, well. Von Burgo's vassals are gathering his force. Sir Otto is clearly as good as his word.
Greetings.
Good to see you, friend.
Henry, what are you playing at? Which part of deliver the message did you not understand? Why did you draw your weapon, you idiot? I had to run away with my tail between my legs.
Calm down, Sir Hans. I had a damn good reason for it.
Seriously? I can't wait to hear it then.
Something at the fortress. Believe me. I was investigating when they caught me. You know the rest. I'll explain myself to both you and von Burgov. You'll see.
I can't wait to hear it, but tell me on the way so I'm not caught by... Go.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry,
Greetings.
glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you here? How many of his men can I count on?
First of all, Sir Yalamiri sends his respectful greetings, sir. And he says he will pray for your good health. He was most troubled by the news about the Nevertheless, while I was negotiating with him, Henry took a look around the fortress and became somewhat suspicious.
Very suspicious, sir.
I'm listening.
There are lots of horses stabled outside Nebakov. Suspiciously many. More almost than at the Semine stud, I'd say.
That's true. I noticed that as well. So Yaromir has a regular army of horses there.
And they can't explain where they got the horses from. Everyone had a different story. And when I asked about it, they got all flustered.
Even Nabak himself, actually. He got quite twitchy when I asked about it.
Well, well. Strange indeed. It seems that something fishy really is going on. It is good that you are so observant, gentlemen.
I spoke to one of the villagers. He said there's a large band of mercenaries at Nebakov now, and they often ride out into the countryside.
Yes. Nabak hired mercenaries to protect the fortress. I spoke to him about them.
So Yaromir has hired mercenaries to protect the fortress? But he only sends me 5 men?
The villager was scared to death of those mercenaries. He would only talk to me in secret.
Well, Henry, you have convinced me. It seems something serious is going on at Nebakov. And we will have to get to the bottom of it, which we might be able to do surprisingly soon, with a bit of luck. Haven't been idle either. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything.
And? Did you get any?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. The word out of him.
What about torture?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits, so they just beat him a little. The bastard certainly knows how.
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, but if you want to try and get something out of him, make him tell you where his gang hides out, and I will be in your debt. And if some...
That's an offer. I have a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing.
All the instruments you need are right there. Make him a...
I'm surprised, but I haven't.
You have already and less something that
I'm afraid I can't. While you were away, I spent my time,
There are strange goings on at Crazel's mill. He's in flour sacks.
Grazel has always been a strange bird. God alone knows what's on his mind. But I had better tell Thrash to keep an eye on him. Now, to more pleasant, my personal bodyguard, also known as Blackbutt. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most like for you.
Vediamo se riesco a parlargli ancora.
I wanted to ask,
What is that?
where is the...
Down in a cell.
I think I'll go...
Off you go.
What do you think about...
Are you talking?
What else? Seems to me you were...
What was I supposed to do? It was a... What's more, we've... Besides... Look at it enough. He'll be in...
No.
I don't even know... Us. Come on. Torturing people. What if I... do? Shit. to us again.
Vogliamo fare questa cosa.
Sacra. It curdled a bit.